that is, well, eh, another cycle, another um, thing that's just going to pass by and not really move anything. The reason why I'm asking is because a lot of people, going on Reddit, I'm in Discord communities, and it seems like now a lot of people are still, we are still having a lot of fun. People are still down. It's a bear market. People want, they want action. They they want results. And right now, it seems in the market that there is no results. It's no results from FIFA. There's no results from the Marshall Islands. There's no results from El Salvador. There's just no results. We need price action. I understand people's thought process. You get price action. You get people excited. Once you get people excited, things grows in and even with the cipher being over, there's nothing that feels like it's a bounce off of that. I want you to understand. I feel your pain, and I understand the thought process that a lot of people have in this mindset. We want to be the community that leads. You got the best tech. There hasn't been any time that you've been down. But what's the problem? Problem could be a little bit of tokenomics. Problems could be a little bit of bad marketing. Partnerships are being weighted more against us because when you come out with something like FIFA, you expect to get a certain pump off of it, a certain buzz off of it. And I don't think there's a buzz where uh, Algorand was strategically placed at places where it made it seem like Algorand was amplified. It just wasn't. You may have seen something, a blip here, a subliminal there, but it didn't seem like it was a weighted, um, a valuable um, partnership for Algorand. It didn't seem like it changed anything for us. But on the technicals, it did. For the process that FIFA is using it for their NFTs, it may not be something that moves the needle as far as the price point and the action, but give it a little bit of time, and that partnership is going to produce because the results is that the people that onboards because they're going to use the NFTs are going to be the things that increase the value. Why does use case matter? Just like Ethereum, Bitcoin, those things have large communities. Because they have large communities, what happens is when you use blockchain, you get paid on all the time it's being used. That's why Ethereum has a leg up. People don't use it as much, but if you have to pay $50 for every time you make a transaction, if you're in a position to pay $100 for a transaction, yeah, guess what? You don't have to have as many transactions, and you can have the appearance of like everybody's using it. Nobody's using Ethereum. It costs too much. But the people in the VCs and the big companies, it's the name and the branding. That's all they're using it for. Algorand is the thing that really has a use case that's actually spinning not only in the United States, but they're actually being used in for natural disasters and aid. That means every time the federal government use the natural aid where they give money to people, it's used on Algorand. That means that's money that Algorand is building per transaction. Same thing with FIFA. When you start having transactions on your blockchain in the real world, that means it's a use case. That means there's a case for every time people have to use you, there's a legitimate use for you. That's what Algorand is building. And that's why this thing with Italy is another thing. The thing with MAPay is a big thing, even in the bear market. Even though it didn't change our price action, it didn't do great for it. But the use case of it is that it solidifies us that if something happened, even in this bear market, even if it goes down, Algorand will never go to zero. It's worth too much money. It's ingrained in not only the Marshall Islands, it's ingrained in Africa, it's ingrained in El Salvador, in the governments. That means it's it's at its very base core, it has an automatic operating, even if none of us investors use it. If we get discouraged, they're still being used by countries and governments. This is the use case. This is the building. This is the point of the bear market and them still doing due diligence. Yeah, I do wish they had better branding. I wish they had whoever FTX had moving his stuff and branding his stuff and giving his contacts to. I wish we had that where people knew us like that, but evidently we don't. But that doesn't mean our coin is nothing. It doesn't mean that every time we get on Twitter that we complain about Stacy, we complain about the Algo family, complain because we are in a bearish mood because we want our coin, we want our stuff to be what we want it to be. It's not going to be like that. But I guarantee you this, what the things that's happening, there's value to Algorand. And that's what we should be looking for. That's what we should be asking for, value in the coin. Once the horrible tokenomics gets through, when we're at 100% circulation, that's when the price action is going to tremendously, I won't say double, triple, but it has a way where that price action is going to really move. And even on top of that, then you go, if it has a bull market, there's a cycle to move it. Look, I know preaching patience is not for everyone. I'm not telling you that, your coin is going to be, instantly worth millions of dollars tomorrow. You're supposed to be dollar costing average. You're supposed to be doing all the due diligence. But you have to understand this is a crappy year with Luna, with Sam Bankman Fried, with Three Arrows Capital. The market just threw up on us. And the price action will be horrible. We have to understand us as a community need to be able to uplift. Not saying we should be, you know, throwing, rainbows up each other's back ends, but I'm just saying you don't have to spread FUD. You don't have to be, negative, Nancy or Ned all the time. The price action for algo it is going to be what it is. Tell your friends about NFTs. Tell your friends about a use case with algo. Tell your friends. I even said with the interview I did with Day by Day, Nimble is coming. There's insurance products that people can use. Insure your equipment. So tell somebody insure your tools with the with the with the blockchain. It costs so much less money. Renter's insurance. People need stuff like that. And you can do it on the blockchain. Easy, quick. Go to Day by Day. Go to Nimble. These things are coming. These things are here. And if we spread the word, guess what? It's a done deal. I hope when y'all see this, give me some feedback. Are you bullish? Are you expecting, you know, a moonshot? Are you looking for the Sheeb or Doge angle to just all of a sudden, everybody knows about Algorand and it's good. That's not happening. It's just not. But what will happen is if you hold your position, I'm not even say buy anymore. Hold your position. I'll go and look at what it's doing. It's going to pay off for you. This is not financial advice. This is just me trying to tell you, look at some of the things that's happened with MA Pay. Look at what happened with the Italy partnership today. Look, I won't say FIFA because like I think FIFA, I don't know what happened. But eventually that will pay off for us. I want you to understand Algorand is a valid community. If not, try some of the other ones. You'll find yourself coming right back because when you see the ecosystem out there, the grass is not always greener. They have good communities. Things are bigger. It seems, like things are just great on the other side, but their communities are just like ours. They're hoping, they're wishing, and they're just trying to find use cases just like us. We're all the same thing in crypto. We're waiting for the other parts of the world to catch on. And us in America, the USA, we have this delusion. We don't see it here. But the truth is, the spark in crypto may not be needed for here. It may be used for Singapore, Africa, Thailand, all the other world countries that have less structure than us. We may be the last ones on board, but you shouldn't be the last one to invest. I guarantee you that. Pay attention, not to just what's going on out here. We are a global community in crypto. The globe is what you should be looking at. And that's what you're going to find the use cases and the reason to hold on to Algorand. All right, people. If you have something in the comments, drop it. And when I come back and look at this later, I'll be answering all the comments there. All right, people. Stay strong.